Now, there are few properties of the pollen grains. In over 60% of angiosperms, pollen grains are shed at two-celled stage, that is, with the vegetative cell and generative cell. But in remaining species, the generative cell, it divides mitotically to give rise to two male gametes. जो हमने देखा अभी pollen grain जब release हुआ with unequal division of the cytoplasm, the larger is the vegetative cell and the smaller is the generative cell. Most of the pollen grains, they are released in this form only, but in the remaining species, this nucleus of the generative cell, it divides to form two male nuclei, in which the one nuclei, it fuses with the egg cell, which results in the formation of zygote, which is further embryo, and the second male nuclei, it fuses with the diploid polar nuclei to give rise to endosperm, that is the nutritive tissue, which we will discuss in the next topic in double fertilization. Pollen grains of many species, they cause allergies and bronchial infections. Bronchi, they are the divisions and subdivisions of trachea, which inside the lung form a tube-like structures, and these pollen grains, they lead to chronic respiratory disorders like asthma and bronchitis. One important example is the pollen grains of Parthenium or carrot grass. Common name of Parthenium is carrot grass. This Parthenium came to India as a weed along with imported wheat, and now it has become omnipresent. Its presence can be seen everywhere, and it is a major cause of pollen allergy. Some of the uses of pollen grains are: they are rich in nutrients, and it has become fashion in recent years to use pollen tablets as the food supplements. We can see this is natural bee collected pollen in tiny golden pods, and a natural food from honeybees. These are the pollen tablets. They can be used as pollen supplements, and in Western countries, a large number of pollen products, they are used in the form of tablets and syrups, which are available in market. And pollen consumption has been claimed to increase the performance of athletes and the race horses. Now, next question is the viability of pollen grains. Viability means we can say ability to pollinate and then fertilize. कि pollen grain एंथर लोब से रिलीज होने के बाद कितने टाइम तक वाइबल रह सकता है, यानी कितने टाइम तक उसमें पॉलिनेशन और फर्टिलाइजेशन की कैपेबिलिटी रहती है. दैट इज द वायबिलिटी ऑफ pollen grain. There are different cases. Number 1, the period for which pollen grain remains viable is highly variable. And second, it depends to some extent on temperature and humidity. For example, in cereals like rice and wheat, the pollen grains, they remain viable for 30 minutes. Means they lose their viability after 30 minutes of their release. In members of families Rosenaceae, Leguminosae and Solanaceae, the pollen grains, they remain viable for months, and it is possible to store pollen grains of large number of species in liquid nitrogen at minus 196 degrees Celsius, and we can store these pollen grains as pollen banks for thousands of years, and their viability still retains. They retain their viability. तो viability of pollen grain में हमारे पास क्या है कि viability is different for different pollen grains. Rice और wheat में pollen grains, they remain viable just for 30 minutes. और रोजेनेसी, लेग्यूमिनेसी और सोलेनेसी फैमिली के जो मेंबर्स हैं उनमें pollen grains जो हैं they can remain viable for months, but by using cryopreservation technique, that is by storing them at a temperature of minus 196 degrees Celsius in liquid nitrogen, we can store them for thousands of years and they will still remain viable, and this is known as pollen banks.